Okay, welcome back. And our feature story tonight takes a look at the pursuit of the fountain of youth. People have been looking for ways to fight aging for centuries, and now we could be on the verge of a very interesting breakthrough. Stacey Delicat shows us how dogs could be the key.
For as long as time, we've been obsessed with turning back time and holding on to our youth. But now a study seeks to examine how to slow down aging in our four-legged friends.
Our goal is really to improve healthy longevity in pet dogs.
Matt Kaberlein is a professor of pathology at the University of Washington and heads up the Dog Aging Project. He and his team just completed phase 1 of their study on 40 older dogs.
We're actually testing a drug that in laboratory studies has been shown to increase lifespan and delay multiple diseases of aging.
That drug is called rapamycin. It's normally prescribed to prevent organ transplant rejection in people, but in old mice, it's been shown to restore some of their heart function back to a more youthful state. In the Seattle study, the dogs were given the pills, then underwent echocardiograms to examine heart function.
Based on the echocardiography, the dogs that were getting the rapamycin treatment on average had improved cardiac function compared to the dogs that got the placebo.
Kaberlein says it's a promising finding, though it's too soon to know whether the drug could extend dogs' lives and make them healthier overall. But there's also another objective, seeing how drugs like rapamycin might be able to eventually counter aging in humans.
In the meantime, we're trying to develop all those next generation drugs, test them in dogs and in other animals so that we can really get better and better and target aging and increase the health span of the people around us.
Dr. Neil Barzilai is the director of the Institute of Aging Research at Albert Einstein School of Medicine. He consults on the Dog Aging Project, but he's also getting ready to start a separate study of a potentially anti-aging drug called metformin.
We are developing drugs that can target aging. I think within the next decade, aging will be dealt very differently. We will be able to increase health span of the population.
It's still way too early to be able to apply any of the findings of these studies to humans. For phase 2 of the Dog Aging Project, scientists hope to study hundreds of dogs over a period of 3 to 5 years. In the Bronx, I'm Stacey Delicat. Ernie, back to you.
Right, Stacey, we thank you very much. And Doris Day is joining us right now. Doctor's a rare thing to have you here to talk about this. I'm just kidding you right now, because this is what you love to talk about. You're a dermatologist, clinical associate professor at NYU. This is what you know about. Yeah. I have to ask you, is there a link between this dog study and human longevity? What do you think?
There very well may be. Any way we can understand about longevity and helping to regenerate organs so we live healthier and longer, it will ultimately apply to humans. We're learning pathways of aging, how to protect those pathways, and how to reverse some of the things that happen as we age.
Now, when you hear about some of these drugs, for example, I mean, do they have value, or do you think that, you know, you just pop a pill and it creates other problems?
Well, it's some of both. You're right on both counts. It has value as long as you understand that ultimately there are no shortcuts. So there are some things that happen as we age, and you don't want to age helplessly and just kind of go through life and have things happen. You want to support that as much as possible, but you can't replace the value of a good quality of life, eating healthy, you know, taking care of yourself, protecting from the sun.
Sure.
All those things have great value, and taking a pill won't mean that you can eat that processed food and the high sugar and all those things that we know are so destructive.
And I know that you're also very high on good attitude, a positive attitude, and what a difference that can make too.
When you look at people who age the most successfully, I'll even go a step further. Look at the most beautiful people in the world, and many of them, as they get older, are even more beautiful because it's their attitude, it's their outlook on the world. They tend to see the positive. They tend to be people who are giving, who do things for other people, and they appreciate what they have. They're not always looking to have more, and it has very little to do with material things. It's really an inner sense of peace and balance, gratitude, love, happiness.
These are all good things.
And they're all mostly free, or things that you give.
That's true.
Right? So I love my tools. I love the things that I can do for my patients in terms of the treatments that we do and advice that I give. But I never for 1 minute think that one would replace the other.
So basically, it's take care of yourself, do the right thing, have a good attitude, right?
See your doctor, have regular checkups, know things that are genetics that need help, and things that you can do to optimize your health. We have lots of studies that show just a Mediterranean diet, ones that are high in fruits and vegetables and antioxidants, will have a very big impact on protecting from the sun, minimizing skin cancer and other cancers as well. You have so much control over how you age and how healthy you are.
Let's do it. I like it a lot.
Quality.
Good information, Dr. Doris Day. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, okay? All right, coming up next here.